energy as reliable and renewable power supply for Internet of Things. Don't be surprised with your electricity bill and gas prices soaring nonstop for years. That's because we have an energy crisis, and it's on a global scale. It's been a problem for some time now due to the overconsumption of fossil fuels. The world's current population is simply thinning out energy supply. One consumer is the computing industry, specifically processors that process data almost everywhere. To keep them powered while cutting energy costs, researchers created a power supply that only demands ambient light and water. Clean energy has been here for a while, but not enough to cover the energy grid. Cost is the biggest hurdle for nations to fully transition. According to the Columbia Climate School, wind and solar are only cheap during the early stages of transition. Funding the transition period, installing massive equipment, and balancing the power grid are not easy like in simulation games. We can't shut off even a part of a country to make the transition cheaper. That part will suffer from major issues, especially in healthcare and business. So the trend is to use fossil fuels to support the shift until the baseload and electricity supply are secured. In this age, digital devices are in demand, which means processors are chugging power. At the University of Cambridge, researchers came up with something. They developed a power supply that powered a microprocessor for a year and counting. This one only depended on two things: ambient light and water. Their concept could be a renewable energy source for small devices. The prototype had a size comparable to a AA-size battery, but contained cyanocystis, a non-toxic blue-green alga that collects energy using photosynthesis. Its tiny electrical current can interact with the aluminum electrode, which then powers the microprocessor. Researchers said that the parts are common, inexpensive, and mostly recyclable materials. It means the tiny power supply can be scaled to support multiple small devices or even the Internet of Things. Their experiment involved the device to power an ARM Cortex-M0+, a common chip for IoT devices. Published in the journal Energy and Environmental Science, researchers showed that the device maintained the chip without eating anything. It just wants sunlight for photosynthesis. Even in darkness, it still produces an electrical current, likely when the algae process food at times without sunlight. The real-world implication of algae-based power supplies is the massive cut in the need for lithium-ion to support trillions of IoT devices. Not only will it cut the demand, but also spare nature from the bad environmental effects of this battery type. How's your power consumption lately? How high was the increase in your last electric bill? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Till our next video, thanks for watching.